Aloha, everyone. We just want to go over the long positions really quick. We're going to start off with the ad signal in PVTB. PVTB, once again, canceling, perfect speculator quality. It was in my new 52-week high scan on a closing basis on above average volume, and it made my max green bop for the past 5 days scan. This is a signal because it's, once again, a bullish candle over candle pattern. Bullish open body candle on top of a bullish open body candle. Heavy volume confirmation and all that max green bop. And the signal is coming with clear support just below it. So since it is extended from the short-term moving averages, the 20 and 10, I only want to go long at the closing price, $59.75. The first cut loss level is the recent lows, $58.67, and then the next cut loss level is the 50-day moving average. What I'm actually doing now is only going to carry 2 stops, that low and the 50-day moving average. I also had one at $58.19. That's being canceled. So here's how this goes. As an ad signal, if this was a new long position, 2% cancel them, 2% perfect speculator, 1% each for the new highs and bop scans, 6% total. In half is 3% for an ad signal. Since this is a second ad signal, if you have already bought it initially, then added to it, this ad signal is only 1.5%. So I don't know how many shares I have. I don't have my Interactive Brokers accounts open right now. But if I have 1,000 shares and then I added 500, this ad signal is only 250. It would not be like another 500. You always, whenever you add at higher prices, want to always add little. That's just the correct way to pyramid. Read any book about pyramiding. Jesse Livermore, Edwin Lefebvre, or Investors Business Daily's William J. O'Neill. They'll tell you exactly how to pyramid. So that's the ad signal, and that's the best signal, PVTB. Now, the less riskier signals are the 2 new long signals, FRBK and TSC. FRBK and TSC are both, they were both initially flagged in my CanSlim scan, and then they were confirmed in my price volume BOP scan. However, upon further review, FRBK is no longer a CanSlim quality stock. However, I am 100% sure by just even looking at this chart that it will eventually become a CanSlim quality stock again. It's just going through a slight earnings slowdown. But FRBK will start it off there. So it's former CanSlim, not CanSlim now, will more than likely, based on the earnings growth that I see and the consistency, will be again in the future. So we'll do 1% for being former and future CanSlim and 1% for being in the price volume BOP scan. So 2% of my account capital. Bullish, kind of a hammer reversal candle pattern on above average volume with a nice green bop surge right here. And on top of that, it's a pocket pivot point signal off the 10-day moving average. So once again, with all the short-term moving averages touching price, I want to go long. Limit order 890. First cut loss is just below 840, 835. And then the final stop for now is at 790. But just like whenever PVTB failed its first cut loss level, if it does that but maintains its bop, I will be moving half of my remaining positions to whatever the new low is, and then the final half will remain here. If it fails this low on heavier volume and it loses its green bop like NSIT did, which is a full sell for me, I'm out of all of it. On an end-of-day basis, it's still holding 45.53, so it's not a full sell. But it hit my final stop today. But I would have had multiple stops, but on this day right here, it sold off on the second day in a row on above average volume and lost green bop. That means all of my stops get raised to this low, and NSIT shook me out today. It'll probably keep on moving lower, so I don't even bother with it. But the same plan is going to be with FRBK and what you will see here with TFC. So FRBK, 890, first stop, final stop. Doubt that final stop will ever come into play, though, unless it just pulls back on low volume and green bop the entire way and then just slowly takes me out. Then there's TSC. Now TSC, by the way, with FRBK, once again, just to let you know, risking maybe 10% there, and I'm actually looking for a measured move similar to like this, so it's like a 10-to-1 reward risk ratio. Not a great setup because we got red bop. It isn't all green bop. Doesn't have huge accumulation bars everywhere, and the price isn't exactly flat with the 200-day moving average below the 50, but overall, it's too good of a pattern to pass on, especially with that previous measured move and with the low risk. Got to take it. So I do. TSC, same similar situation. Looking a little bit further out, if we can just look at the measured move from that September, that to me is the clear start of this strong uptrend move. And if we just go to the December highs, we're looking at a 42% gain once again, and at most that we risk, let's say if all hell goes wrong, we lose 5%. So we're right there. We're looking at about an 8-to-1 reward to risk ratio. Once again, a trade I have to take. TSC, just like FRBK, is touching all of its short-term moving averages. So once again, the bullish hammer reversal candle on candle pattern on above average volume with the pop surge. I want to go long using a limit order at 24.90, the high day. The first cut loss level is just below the recent lows at 24.15, or was it right here? 24.15. So if it moves below 24.15, I'll be out a half. And then where's my final stop? Well, right now, currently, it's that 22.30 line. But here's the thing. If FRBK fails, especially if it fails the 24.09, 24.15 level, in fact, I might make 24.09 my first stop, so I might have to go back and look at that. But if it fails this green bop area support level right here, of 24.09 on heavier volume and loses green bop, just like NSIT did, then there will be only one stop right here at this low of 24.09. Now, if it fails on light volume and trends lower and lower and lower and lower with green bop and low volume, yeah, then you know what? I'm going to have to eat it on the second half of the position. But the odds of the final stop coming into play, just like FRBK, is slim to none. It's just good to know. All right, everyone, I'm going to wrap it up there. Have a great Thursday and great luck in your trading. Aloha.